What is this? What the an NFT? What the is this?
Bugger. Stupid, nonsensical, goddamn Yetis are at it again.
Leave it to me, boys.
Finally.
Wait. Did Bored Ape Yacht Club make this themselves? Or is this some fan project? They made this themselves? Bro. Imagine buying one of these things for like $1 million and they sabotage their own IP with this dog shit. This is insane.
Hey, buddy, you flown this thing before, or,
Well, actually, I had my first flight just last week. Long story short, ended up a little dead.
Yeah, this is a good start. Yep, real good.
2 days earlier.
What is it?
No humans detected. Dope.
They had millions of dollars to make a project. And this is what they came up with.
They say that I'm way too cold. They say that my heart's too froze. They say that I'm made of gold. Told me sign I didn't know. They say that I'm way too cold. They say that my heart's too froze.
Wow,
they say that I'm made of gold. Told me sign I didn't know. Yeah.
Tell me you've got something good.
Honey, would the husband you idolize and adore let you down? Don't answer that.
Do you know what this is? This little lump of gold is actually a device containing the most valuable NFT ever created.
This is, you know, Bored Ape Yacht Club? Yeah. That NFTs, like, series, that's worth, like, I think the total value of it is, like, it's like $100 million now.
I hate it.
This is their official project. Look at how dog shit this
NF
looks.
what?
Non-fungible token?
Non-fuckable toucan.
All you need to know is that it actually is worth more.
Are they doing an NFT explainer video in their NFT? Like, this is...
Is it just NFT propaganda?
Oh, yeah. It's like NFT propaganda, and it's, like, very poorly done. Like, it's pretty good evidence that, like, they don't even belong in the art world. Like,
More than the entire city
it looks like someone made it for Newgrounds.
of Paris.
Including the awful tower.
Yes, including the Eiffel Tower.
That'll be our ride out of here.
What is this? This is shocking.
Well, this is another nice mess you got us into. Who? How? Huh? Is there a fucking owl here?
This is actually... No, it's not supposed to be Hitler. I think it's supposed to be Laurel and Hardy.
You won't get away with this, Chucky.
2 days later.
Michael Porter, please make your way to the boarding gate. The entire craft are waiting to board Uranus.
Well, I'll be. There's life on Mars after all.
Welcome to Mars International.
I'm literally just watching, like, out of actual confusion now. I have to see 200,000 views. They took out the fucking dislike button, so we can't find out what people think. My brain is melting. This can't be real. This looks amazing with the Newgrounds. My guy actually has the Newgrounds tank guy as his fucking profile picture. Of course he liked it.
What are you doing? You can't just snack on civilians like that.
Hey, what are you talking about? That is not very nice.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
This is yet another chapter in the scammers world of NFTs.
Now, wait a minute. That voice seemed problematic. This is horrible. I'm done eating. But now I need to see. What the f? I need to go on OpenSea real quick. Bored Ape Yacht Club. What in the The floor price on these things is $250,000 right now. Bro. How? Yes. Tell me the value took an absolute nosedive when the show came out. Nope. How? Are they selling? Wait, they're selling this as an NFT as well. And this is only worth $8,000. How do these things have any value whatsoever? I don't know, man. I have no idea. You know what? I'm going to say it. Listen. There is a lot of cool shit that can be done with NFT technology. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, okay? There is actually some cool shit that can happen with that tech. The problem is it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen because everybody's impression of NFTs is this dumb shit. It's never going to get to do anything remotely interesting because it's just going to make this. What cool shit, though? Like, you could buy a piece of a video game or you could buy an asset in real life that lives in a video game. Like, dude, I'm not going to lie. You probably maybe have bought an NFT before. If you have ever owned an amiibo, that's essentially like what an NFT could be, right? It's this idea that you buy something that can live in the game, that has some kind of cool, like, value as like a decoration or whatever. So like there's a lot of potential with, like, you know, buying a pack of cards that ends up in your game and blah, 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 and having rare things and bringing them around and trading them and collecting them and I don't know. I just think it's like it's spun into this insane vortex of dog shit, and so it will never be anything cool. Why is NFT art so I'm going to tell you why the majority of NFT art is so The majority of NFT art is so because the people that made it were scammers and shitters that basically rushed into the space and tried to make as many as possible. So either they did a randomized mint, which is just random assets that are randomized to make them a 10,000 piece drop, or they did a 500 drop where they literally spent 10 minutes on everything in the drop, right? They had to be first to market, so they spent 10 minutes on it and just rushed it to market. The majority of real life art is too. I mean, that's very subjective. You know, I think everyone makes art in their own way. So, you know, like some fledgling person's first oil painting certainly is but like, I do think there is a lot of great art on the planet. And I think like there are masters who consistently make wonderful art. I think the problem with art is the arbitrary, like need to assert value to it, right? Part of the problem with art is it's a profession, right? And so you have to conflate it with money. And anytime you look at art, it's hard to go back and be like, oh, this is the dollar amount value of the catharsis I experience when I look at this painting. Like, what is the painting really worth? You can't eat it. You can't drive it. You can't fuck it. So, like, how much is it really worth? I guess that's up to who's looking at it, right? It's like, oh my gosh, this is valuable to me for this cathartic reason. The problem is I don't think many NFT pieces really generate any kind of cathartic feelings just because they are like, like thumbnail art almost. And that doesn't really do anything for me the same way like a Pollock or a Picasso might really flip my nips. They're like production line art. Well, I mean, that's not new either, right? If we are saying it's like production line art, we've already seen production line art have massive success, commercial success. Actually, there was a very good film about this at one point called Exit Through the Gift Shop, where Banksy basically showed how this guy named Mr. Brainwash took like the artwork of street artists and just pumped it out like a commodity and basically control V, control paste, all this and made millions of dollars, right? Like this is Mr. Brainwash's art and basically it's all knockoff Banksy and he made a shitload of money basically just mass producing street art. And when like the street art boom came, a lot of street artists did this as well. And the real artists in that space were kind of pushed to the outside or like thrust into this superstar status where like Obey was like a weird street art project where like, a guy just kept posting Andre the Giant and now it's like this giant clothing brand because of that boom of street art. So art is fascinating, right? When you talk about like the art world, it is a fascinating like just thing to comprehend, right? Like, because I bet if I tell you someone spent $1 million on a Picasso, you wouldn't blink. But like, what makes the Picasso so valuable? Is it the legacy? Is it the age? Is it the career? Is it the person that makes them? Is it the artwork itself? Like, if you knew nothing about Picasso, would you be so fascinated with his work? I don't know. Right? Like I don't blink for a second when I hear a painting by one of the Dutch masters goes for like $10 million. But should I, balk at that? The thing about the NFTs is that us artists take absolutely no part in it. I mean, there are artists making NFTs. I don't know if they're doing it for the right reasons. I don't know if anybody's making art for the right reasons. Who's to say what the right reasons to make art are? But like, it certainly seems pretty devoid of real cathartic art, at least to me. A painting is tangible. An NFT you can control V, control C. I hear what you're saying, but to a point, let me prove a point. I just did the same thing to the Mona Lisa. I can go to a Kinko's and print it out for $20 and frame it. You know what I mean? Like, technically, I can do the same thing.